What's up, guys? It's Quinn.
It's Alex.
It's Iconic Comic, and it's Iconic Movie News of the Week. I got the stories. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Alrighty then. So, first up, we're going to talk about Disney. Alright, Disney, the Lord and Savior of the movie studios, has broken some records this year so far, and the year isn't even over yet. So, Disney made an announcement that they set a new global record for itself by marking this year its biggest at the box office to date, just for Disney. And the year isn't even over, like we just said. The previous record in 2015 saw Disney gross $5.84 billion with The Force Awakens, Age of Ultron, Inside Out, stuff like that. But in 2016, they've already grossed $5.85 billion thanks to four of their films are in the top 10 top grossing films of this year. So they got Finding Dory at the #1 top grossing film of the year. I did not know that.
Me either.
Then right behind that, Captain America Civil War #2, Jungle Book at 4, and Zootopia at 6.
Skip 3.
No, I didn't.
1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4.
Oh, that's
6.
in the top 10. I thought it was
Yeah.
in like 1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't even take into account stuff like Doctor Strange, Moana, or Rogue One, a Star Wars
I
story.
thought it was Mona.
That's Moana.
Okay.
So, thoughts on Disney doing stuff
I
like
mean,
this? Is it a surprise?
Not really, because they're buying everything. Like, they got Star Wars and they got Marvel. So, yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that they're breaking records.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll break it again next year. Like, I think they will continue to break it because, like they even said, this doesn't take into account Doctor Strange's final earnings, Rogue One's final earnings, or Moana. So
Yeah.
that's 3 more films, and they've already beat the record. They beat the record last year on their last film, so they
Right.
got 3 more. But next year you have 3 Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
So Thor, Spider-Man. No, see, I don't know if Spider-Man counts towards them though. That may count towards Sony, not them. I'll have to do some research on that. But
Yeah.
you got 3 Marvel movies, including Guardians of the Galaxy, which is going to kill
Oh, yeah.
at the box office.
Excited for that one.
Then you have Episode 8, which is going to kill at the box office. And then you got stuff like Beauty and the Beast. So, like,
Yep.
their live action stuff. Beauty and the Beast, mark my words, will be a blockbuster huge hit. That people will go out in droves to see that film.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you're saying it all. Like, there's really not much room for elaboration because it's,
But after next year, I think it might be tough to beat it again.
oh, yeah. I think they're setting their bar high.
But, you got Infinity War and the Star Wars movie. But they haven't even started, and I'm predicting that eventually we're going to start getting 2 Star Wars movies a year. One in May and one in December. One being like a saga film and one being the standalone film.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about it either, but I feel like if business keeps going well, that's what they'll do. Because Marvel used to be 1 film a year, and then they moved to 2, and now
Yeah.
they're moving to 3.
Yeah, but then it might happen like...
One
like-
film a year, 2 film. 1 film, 2 film. Like,
Well,
spread it out.
It might be... Well, I hope it's not like this. Like, they start doing 2 a year, and then... Not that they run out of good ideas. They just like, well, we need 2 a year, so we got to put 1 out in December. Let's put 1 out. And it's rushed and just not well done.
I kind of like Star Wars, because Star Wars historically has been in May. That's when Star Wars is always released since like the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Always in May. And then this one was in December, this past one. And I think they were like, hold on a minute. I think we got something here. Because it just destroyed the box office. Because you put that in the summer, you have competition.
Yeah.
You put that in December, you're the king of the castle, the mouse castle. Like, so I like December being Star Wars month. Like, it's something I look forward to at the end of the year. It almost just goes along with Christmas. And I like the saga films being 2 years apart because
Oh, yeah.
it gets me hungry again for them.
Right.
If it was every 6 months or even like a year,
it wouldn't be special.
that'd be like if you had an Avengers film every single year.
Yeah.
It wouldn't feel
It
right.
just wouldn't be special, But with the anthology movies, that could hold us off until the next year,
Oh
the
yeah.
next big one. That's why the Han Solo one, yeah, I'm not too excited for it, but I do like Han Solo as a character. You know, I like his character.
Yeah. I like when Harrison Ford plays him. So it's gonna. That's my only trepidation on that is that
Oh.
it's not Harrison Ford. But yeah, I mean, they're killing it. Like I don't know what else
Oh
to
my
say. They're just
gosh,
destroying.
yawning. Yeah, I'm pretty much.
I mean, every other studio is probably like, why didn't we buy Star Wars? Why didn't we buy Marvel?
Right.
All right, so let's stick in the realm of a galaxy far, far away, and we're talking about Kylo Ren and Rey. So they just came out. Well, I don't know if it just came out. No, it's the upcoming 3D Blu-ray for Star Wars: The Force Awakens is coming out, and it includes finally a director's commentary, which didn't happen on the first DVD, which I was disappointed. But J.J. Abrams was talking in the commentary saying that Kylo Ren and Rey have never met before the events of Star Wars: Force Awakens, and I think this answers a ton of questions.
So it's not like they're brother and sister.
Well, they can't be brother and sister,
Yeah.
and I don't think she could be Luke's kid either, because if he was training under Luke, you'd think he would know that girl.
Right. So no, I think she was just a.
But I think she
Orphan-
trained under Luke at some point.
I think she was just an orphaned student.
And they just
An
didn't.
orphan
They didn't cross
Padawan.
paths really.
Yeah, she was just a Padawan.
Yeah. Also, J.J. Abrams could be spinning some BS here just to throw the scent off, which is completely possible because he's done that with movies in the past with interviews like, it's not Khan, he's not Khan, he's not Khan, I am Khan. Like, so he could be throwing the scent off, but I tend to think if it's in the commentary of a Blu-ray for the movie, I'm sure Disney wouldn't let him say something that wasn't allowed.
You could probably do that in interviews, and then like throw in a wink.
Like
but-
right at the camera.
But in a commentary, I think it's, I think that's true. You know, I think
And
you can take that for what it's worth.
It makes me it still brings up more questions than answers though, because I'm
Yeah.
like, who are you?
Right.
I for the longest time I was, she's Luke's daughter, she's Luke's daughter, she's Luke's daughter. Now that can't be it. Then I switched. I was like, I think it's Han and Leia's daughter, blah blah blah, because
Palpatine's daughter,
or granddaughter.
granddaughter.
Palpatine's granddaughter. That is a theory going around.
Yeah.
Rey Palpatine. That would be pretty messed up. That'd be a crazy twist.
That'd be
though.
awesome.
But the more I get stories like this, the more I subscribe to the theory that she's no one. She's just a new character.
Yeah, she was.
Which, don't get me wrong, I love it when there's like stuff to do with Luke and stuff to do with Han and Leia, but
Yeah.
this broadens the universe rather than shrinking it. It's like everybody's a Skywalker, everybody's a Solo. Like
They're all related.
it
Yeah.
broadens the universe.
See, with Rey, if we don't have a like, if she's just was just a Padawan, as you know, a young child, people are gonna want to know because you can't just have a major character with no backstory. So they're gonna have to write it in. You know, she was.
I think
Not-
we'll do a flashback at least about how she got dropped off or who dropped her off, because somebody dropped her off on that planet.
Right.
I still think Luke dropped her off.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I
You
still
know.
think Luke dropped her off because he obviously knows her because, like,
The way he looked at her, you just
you
don't
could
look at
tell.
a stranger like that.
it's like, Rey, I am your father.
If he would have grabbed that lightsaber with the Force and just,
Or a little more stoic where it's just like, she's holding it out and he goes, and it just slowly floats over and then,
yeah,
oh
That
my
would've
god.
been awesome.
Well, that's probably another reason he looked at her like that, because it's like, hey, there's that lightsaber that fell out of my hand when it got chopped off.
It's like,
How did
man,
you get that?
that's the lightsaber that has Seen some stuff.
That's like it's like the part in the movie where Maz Kanata gives it to Han, and it's like, here, take this. How did you get that? A story for another day. In other words, the writers don't even know how she got it yet. Like, she couldn't explain. Really? That seems like a story I'd want to know right now.
Episode 8.
Yeah, episode 8. All right, so I mean it's good news that we got some closure, that it's not like a relation, but
It's ruling out theories, which is
yeah, Mace Windu is Snoke. All right, moving on.
I haven't been doing that. No, sorry.
Johnny Depp is joining the cast of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 2, or whatever the untitled sequel is.
You just did 2 like this. Did you 2 with
no,
your
I- no, I did
2?
that.
Oh, I thought you went like 2.
So
like
David
like
Yates,
that.
who directed, I believe, 4 Harry Potter movies, and he's directing Fantastic Beasts.
Mm-hmm.
He's also directing the follow-up. No details have been revealed about Depp's role. They say that, however, if you look carefully, you might get a cameo of him in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Him. I'm just the rumors right now are he either might be Dumbledore or Dumbledore's brother.
Okay.
I don't like this, to be honest. I don't
Well,
like this news.
I don't know, because how much time is passing from like
I want to say it's about
Fantastic
70
Beasts
years.
to Harry Potter?
I think it's like 70 years.
Okay, well then that could make sense.
I'm not saying it mathematically doesn't make sense that he could play that character. I just don't like Johnny Depp being in this universe. I
Why?
really don't. I just think he's been his roles. He's been playing Jack Sparrow in everything. That's it. And I don't want Dumbledore to turn into Jack Sparrow. The last time I remember Johnny Depp playing something that wasn't like a Jack Sparrow character was like Willy Wonka, and I don't want Willy Wonka type character playing in this universe
Well,
either.
you know how Dumbledore was when he was younger. He was arrogant.
Yeah,
You know?
that doesn't mean
He had a swagger, I guess.
no. Where's the rum?
Well, no. I think he'll do a good job, because I think Johnny Depp is one of those actors. Yeah, he's somewhat typecast as, Jack Sparrow, but I feel like he's a better actor than what people give him credit for. If he's Dumbledore, then that's,
I'm just gonna name off his past few roles, just to give an idea of what he's been doing lately. Let's see. Okay, starting there. Alice Through the Looking Glass. I don't like his Mad Hatter. This name not TV movies. He was all right in Yoga Hosers. Black Mass. I didn't really like.
didn't see Black-
Mordecai. That was horrible.
I didn't see that.
Once I press it, you'll know what I'm.
No, I
I'm
know what
getting
it
at.
is,
Oh,
but
it's a bad movie.
I didn't see it.
Into the Woods was horrible. Transcendence was blah.
Okay, look.
Lone Ranger, that was a horrible. He played an Indian, a Native American, and he's a white guy. Like,
Okay, look. You can't just blame Johnny Depp for bad movies.
you know what? The last film I liked him in was Rango. The last film I liked him in.
Okay, well, that's your opinion then. I think he's a good actor, and whatever.
I'm not saying he's not a good actor.
Well, it's not his fault that he's in bad movies.
No, I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I just don't buy him in the Harry Potter universe. I don't see it in my head.
Well-
He could prove me wrong, and I hope he does prove me wrong because it's
We'll
happening.
just have to see then.
It's happening, so I hope he proves me wrong.
We'll just have to see.
Anything else? Nope. All right. So last up, Scott Derrickson, who directed Doctor Strange, he did some interviews with Entertainment Weekly, and he said that James Gunn directed so James Gunn is director of Guardians of the Galaxy, directed the next 4 Stan Lee cameos for 4 upcoming Marvel features. So they are preparing for the worst. I hate to say that. I hate to sound morbid, but like
I would say he's on borrowed time right now.
he's 93 years old. we've seen him in person, and
Oh.
he looks old. Like,
Oh man, I don't even know how to even talk about this.
well, I think it's a good thing. Honestly, I wish they would have filmed the next 12. Like, just have him booked up for the next 12 Marvel movies. So like, even when he passes, God forbid, we see him in the movie and we like maybe get a little teared up. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be. See, honestly, I bet you he lives another 6, 7 years. I really do. Like, he's rich as balls. And he's pretty spry for a 93-year-old guy.
Is he?
Like, I've seen him on the red carpet stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he's walking around, he's, telling jokes, Most 93-year-olds going to a red carpet premiere sounds like death.
Come on.
Like all those flashing lights, loud music, it just doesn't sound like a thing a 93-year-old would normally do. So I think he's going to
swinging their cane. Get off my lawn.
I think he's going to live a little bit longer. But that's not the point of the story. I don't want to start talking about placing bets on his death date.
No, I don't even like to think about that.
Makes me sick.
There have been times where I've been driving, and the thought just creeps up in my mind that there's going to be a day when we don't have Stan Lee anymore, and it makes me cry. It's not funny.
Shut up.
But the fact that they're preparing, it's not jinxing it, I don't think, but it's. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to tackle this one.
I'm glad that it's James Gunn who's the one directing the 4 cameos. Because I think he knows how to direct fun really well.
Yeah.
So I think him doing those, and I think he probably has fun. Like, I bet you Stan Lee and him get along a lot. Like, really well.
Sure.
So, I mean, I love the fact that, he's doing 4. So I'm trying to pick out what 4 they would be. So they're not, it's not going to be Guardians. Well, that could be one of them. I'm just trying to think of ones, because it said that he, just did them. So that means that the ones that have already finished production, he probably already did. So I'm guessing he might have already done Guardians.
Where was he in the first Guardians?
He was the guy up on the ledge talking to the girl.
Oh, that's right.
Rocket was looking at him.
That's right.
I'm guessing Thor Ragnarok's probably one of them. Spider-Man Homecoming's probably another one.
If he's not in Spider-Man, I'll
He'll be in Spider-Man.
I'm just saying. I'll quit.
I bet you probably did Avengers Infinity War already, because they just started, or they're right about to start photography.
Yeah.
And God, that might be like the cake of all Stan Lee cameos. Like, how do you fit a Stan Lee cameo in a movie where Thanos is just killing everybody? Like, how do you... I mean, I'm sure they could figure out a way to do it, because, like, I bet you I wouldn't have figured out a way to do the Doctor... Like, how do you fit him in Doctor Strange? They did, and it was awesome.
You know what would make me cry at the beginning of a movie? If the voice of Stan Lee...
Oh, no, don't. Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so, like, the beginning of Infinity War, like, the culmination of everything, it's... Greetings, true believers and heroes alike. Excelsior.
That would be an intro.
I would be just...
a sobbing mess.
Oh.
Like, that would be his tribute movie. Oh my god. Oh my Stan.
Which would you rather it be? The Infinity War or Spider-Man movie?
God, Spider-Man.
I would say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. That would be something.
And like, it's like, mild-mannered Peter Parker. And then
he
he's
commentates the movie?
Just the beginning, and then it shows him like running on top of a roof, like mild-mannered Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Oh god.
Oh, it'd be so awesome. And I heard that he loved Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
All right, we gotta talk about something else.
We gotta move on.
We gotta move on
because we're gonna start crying. So, the last thing is what's opening in the theater this week, and that would be Arrival. So
when giant pinto beans invade Earth and she talks to starfish.
So this film stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Michael Stuhlbarg, Forrest Whitaker, and that's pretty.
You're gonna read all of them?
No, I'm not gonna read all of them, but those are the main casts. And we'll go to the plot summary, give you a little touch. So when a mysterious spacecraft touched down across the globe, an elite team led by expert linguist Louise Banks are brought together to investigate. As mankind teeters on the verge of global war, Banks and the team race against time for answers, and to find them, she will take a chance that could threaten her life and quite possibly humanity. Now, we watched the trailer to this movie. This movie intrigued me just from the get-go of the trailer.
Yeah, it looks interesting. And I joke when I say that it's pinto beans with starfish aliens.
Yeah, because I'm sure you wouldn't be making that joke if it was a real thing in real life.
Oh, no.
You'd be shitting your pants.
But I honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, because I haven't seen the movie, but
no idea. It's like I haven't seen it.
But I'll watch it. It looks interesting. It's piqued my interest.
I think it's such a different take on the normal alien invasion movie, where it's like they come and they're automatically the bad guys, we're the good guys, and we have to get them out of here.
It's like a War of the Worlds, when the aliens were in the Earth and when they came up, they didn't come from the sky. They came from under the ground.
Yeah.
That was a cool movie. I liked that movie.
It's like trying to communicate.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. And
I thought the part was cool in the trailer when she put her hand up there and then one of the starfish things. So it's like they're communicating.
Now that's an introduction.
No one can understand what anyone's saying.
And
like the Babel effect or something.
Like the line in the trailer where she's like, it's the difference between a weapon and a tool. Trying to communicate. So I need to figure out what's the difference between a tool and a weapon to them, because they might think it's one thing and we might think it's another, and it might be threatening.
Yeah.
I bet you the aliens don't end up being bad guys by the end of this movie. I think they feel threatened by the humans, so they start to react. But I think she's gonna end up dying.
Yeah.
And
don't worry about the phone.
Yeah, I think she's gonna end up dying at the end of the movie, trying to give the message off to the aliens that we're not bad people.
Yeah, that could be that could be an ending. It could also end just in an all-out war.
I hope not, because this seems like a very what's the word? A very
Sorry, that phone's throwing us off.
I know. It's a very
Okay, phone, shut up.
Alright.
Thank you.
Cool.
What were you saying?
It seems like a very elite-minded movie, where it's a thought movie, where it's, you ponder and stuff, and then to end it with a bunch of explosions and fighting would seem anticlimactic almost.
I was joking. I
don't think it's a bad thought, because movies have done that, where it's like, we're going to start this as a very profound movie about things in our own society, and then Transformers 5.
I think it'll be a cool metaphor for our current generation.
Just trying to
communicate.
talk and communicate with not only other races, religions, and stuff like that, but just with each other, because we're so stuck in this technology where it's hard to communicate and get in what we mean across to somebody over communication through technology.
Right.
Maybe we're looking way too deep into this movie. It's
maybe not.
But hey, the movie, we haven't even seen it yet, and it's sparking debate and conversation. So that's a really good sign. Alright, so that does it for this episode. I believe it's episode 6 of Iconic Movie News of the Week.
Okay, stop that now.
Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below about any of the stories that we talked about today. Make sure you guys comment, share,
subscribe,
so you guys don't miss a single thing. Don't forget, we also have our Doctor Strange full movie mullet style review up on the channel. It just went up a couple days ago. And I'm not going to say anything, but I'll give you a sneak peek to the review.
All right, cue music.
Holy Grail.